Hi guys, and welcome to this week's 15 Minutes of Fitness. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so now. This channel is dedicated to doing short, achievable 15-minute workouts which are aimed at adults and children and trying to get people generally more active. Each week I do a 15-minute workout and the goal is to try and do that workout yourselves as many times during the week as you can. At the end of the week I'll do a new video and we repeat the process. There's 7 weeks already done. This is week 8, so let's get on with today's workout. So today we are going to do a workout called Tabata training. Now, Tabata is a workout where you do 20 seconds of exercise followed by 10 seconds of recovery, and you repeat the same exercise for 6 repeats, or which works out as 3 minutes. We're then going to do 5 exercises in total. So we do exercise 1 6 times, takes 3 minutes. We have a 30-second rest. We then move on to exercise 2. Do the same exercise 6 times, then exercise 3, then exercise 4, then exercise 5, and that is your 15 minutes. Each exercise we're going to do, I'm going to give you a slightly easier and a slightly harder version. What I'll try and do is I'll try and stick with one variation as we go, but I'll tell you what you can do to make it harder and easier as we go on. So you can, as the week goes on, or if your fitness levels are a little bit better, you can go for the harder version. Obviously, if you're new to this and this is a starting point for you, you can always go for the lower version. So let's get on with the workout. So exercise 1 we're going to do is going to be a squat. So the squat, we're basically going to be going from a standing position into a seated position, and then we're going to come back up, down, and then back up. If you want to make that exercise harder, if you're a little bit fitter, you can take that into the harder variation where you go down and you jump. So we're doing a jumping squat. This is going to be our first exercise, and like I said, it's 6 repeats of or 3 minutes in total. So let's get going. So 10 seconds till we start. If you want to make the exercise harder, obviously you can speed the process up, but go at your own pace as per usual. So starting 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So we squat back and we stand tall. We squat back and we stand tall. So it's only 20 seconds of work. But the main thing to remember is that there is only 10 seconds recovery between each set, and you're repeating the same exercise 6 times. So it's very different, this one. Last one, and done. Perfect, 10 seconds recovery. Face on to the camera for the second set so you can see what I'm doing. My chest is up, my feet and hips are about shoulder width apart, and off we go. So we drop and we stand. We drop and we stand. Now, as like I said, if I want to take the intensity up and I'm not doing the jumping version, I can do the same exercise at a faster pace, which will then gradually get my heart rate up. But obviously, ultimately, we're working on the legs, we're working on the thighs, and we're working on all the big muscles. Keep going. Perfect. Set 2. Very, very quick process, this one. So, same thing again. Recovery short. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Now, as I normally say when we're doing a squat, as we're doing this, we're trying to push our hips back. So imagine we're sitting ourselves back into a chair behind us. Our chest is lifted up, and we're just sitting nice and tall as we go down and up, trying not to lean forward as we do so. Keep the reps coming. Nearly there. Well done. That's round 3 gone. Now, like I said, you do exactly the same thing if you find this a bit easy, but you're just going to add that little jump into the variation. But here we go. Ready? And round 4, off we go. So squat and push. Now we got starting to warm up. So as we warm up, you can start to take the pace up to get the heart rate up as you do so. Now, like I always say with this one, if the legs are a little bit stiff or the knees are a bit stiff, just reduce the range of movement so you don't have to go quite as low into the squat. Last one. Whew. Heart rate starting to go up. 2 sets to go. That's the end of the first exercise. Then we're going to move on to an upper body exercise. So 3, 2, 1, and off we go again. So I'm taking my pace up, feeling good, trying to get my heart rate up. Remember, 15 minutes is a very short amount of time, so the idea is we keep the intensity as high as we can keep it all the way through to make that a very efficient 15 minutes. One more rep. One more set left. So this is the last one. And when we finish this one, there's 30 seconds for me to explain the next exercise. Ready? And off we go. Here we go. 20 seconds to go. Last set. Last 10 seconds. Again, still pushing back into the heels, still keeping the chest tall. 5 seconds. And rest. Well done. Exercise 1 done. First 3 minutes done. We move on to the second one. Now we're going down to a press up. This is where we're going to need a mat if we're indoors. 3 variations on this one. We have a box press up where the knees and hands are close. You're leaning forwards and pushing up. We have a 3/4 position where the knees are slightly further away. Same position. Or we go into a full position. All the way through for this demonstration, I'm going to do the 3/4, the moderate version. But obviously if you want to go harder, do so. If you want to go easier, do so. But the speed is what will make it harder. 6 rounds of 20 seconds. Ready? And off we go. So, like I said, the eye line is forward of your fingertips. You drop your nose towards the floor, keep your core nice and tight, and you push straight back up. In that position there, my abs are tight throughout the entire set, so I'm trying not to lose the posture in my lower back as I do so. First one, 20 seconds. Now this one will build up very quickly. So get ready for round 2, exactly the same thing, core tight again, and off we go. So if you're used to doing the previous week's programs, or just press-ups in general, you might find the normal, harder version of what you're doing is actually a little bit too hard when you're doing the Tabata style that we're doing today. Keep going. And rest. Well done. That's round 2. We'll repeat the process again. Back down we come. Round number 3. And off we go again. So same thing. Now if you start to fatigue and lose your technique, just slow the tempo down so we don't go quite as fast. If you're feeling good obviously and the form is good, then make sure your speed is appropriate and you keep the reps coming to make it as hard as possible. Good work. 3 down, 3 to go. So we're trying to repeat, repeat, repeat. So back into position again, it's very short. And off we go, same again. You still see as I'm going down, my eye line is forwards. If you're finding your eye line is ending up between your hands, like you're here, your bum will go up in the air a bit too much, and you're going to lose some of the form and lose your posture. So keep leaning forwards all the way through, whichever position you are in. And rest, well done. Now you should start to feel that lactic, that burn across the shoulders, tops of the arms, into the chest. That's perfectly normal. So, set number 5, off we go. Same thing again. 2 sets left of this exercise, and we move on to the next exercise, which will then be back to our lower body for our legs. Keep going. 5 seconds. Starting to fatigue now. Last one. And done. Even in the 3/4 position, which for me is definitely easier, I can definitely do a full press up. This is getting tough. Right, last one. Ready. And off we go. So same thing. Now if you're feeling good, pump those reps out. As you do this day by day, if this is more than day 1 for you, you may find you get more reps out than previous sessions. You're just trying to do as many as you can on each session each day. 5 to go. 1 more. And done. Good. Press ups done. Upper body slightly tight. We're going to go back to an upper body exercise in a minute. Now on to legs again. Now this is going to be a lunge. Now we're going to do a forward lunge into a reverse lunge. So I'm going to stride forward with my right leg. I step back. I step backwards with my right leg. I step up. Forward with my right and back with my right. That's the first round. On the second round we do left leg, and we just alternate on each set. I'll face the camera for some, face side on so you can see the form. Main thing is you've got plenty of room, chest is lifted, and you keep a nice rhythm to start with. Right, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So right leg forwards, right leg back. Right leg forwards, right leg back. Now keep that technique. As you can see, as I'm going forwards and back, my chest is lifted up, my knee is dropping towards the floor, trying not to hit the floor with my back knee. And rest, well done. Now that was set 1. Now I'm going to move on to my left leg. Same thing, same side on position, so you can see. The left leg will go forward, then the left leg will go back. Off we go. So forward with the left, backwards with the left. Now you will find that one leg is definitely easier to do than the other. So as you do it, try to make sure you're looking forwards. Maybe put your eyes on one particular point. If there's a TV or the mirror obviously in front of you, then make sure you're looking so you can keep your form. Perfect, that was the left leg. Now we're going to do the right leg. Same thing, 20 seconds again, 6 rounds in total. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we stride forwards, stride back, stride forwards, stride back. Again, hopefully you can see from the video that I'm keeping my chest tall and making sure that I'm not dropping down as I do so. If your stride length is a little bit short as you do it, you'll find you buckle a little bit at the waist. Perfect. 3 rounds gone. Legs now, hopefully starting to build up, definitely from the squats at the beginning. We now move on to the left leg forwards, left leg back. So forwards and back, and forwards and back. Remember, 20 seconds is very short. So you're not working for long, but obviously you're resting for a very short amount of time in between. 5 seconds, keep going, nearly there, and done, well done. Right leg, 1 set, left leg, the other set, that's all 6 sets done. 3 minutes done, ready, off we go. So forward with the right, backwards with the right. Forwards with the right, backwards with the right. Again, the faster you do it, the harder it becomes. The slower you do it, it gives you that little bit more time to focus on the lunge. So don't worry about rushing this one, as long as your form is good. Perfect, right. Left leg. Once we've done this, we're on to the upper body. This is where we're going to need a first bit of equipment, where we're going to need a chair, okay? Right, left leg forwards, off we go. So forward with the left, back with the left. If you stumble a little bit as you're doing it, just pause for a second, get yourself set back up, and then repeat. 10 seconds to go. Nearly there. Last 5. 1 more. And done, perfect. Right, new exercise for you. We're going to go on to the dips. Now dips, this is where we're going to need, I've got a bench, but if you're at home, you should have a chair or a stool. Now quick demonstration, this is an exercise for your triceps, your upper body. So we're going to place our hands on the bench. If you're on a chair, you can turn your hands sideways, but you place your hands on. You lift yourself off, you lift yourself forwards, you pull the shoulders back, your feet are in front. Now from there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to dip myself down and push myself back up. Further out the legs are, the harder it is. Closer in with the legs I am, the easier it is. 6 rounds, 20 seconds. So get yourself set, shoulders back, and off we go. So we dip and we push, and dip and push. Now like I said, I'm keeping my chest up, my eye line is in front, and as I'm going down up, I'm really pulling my shoulders back. If you think about keeping your shoulders squeezed together all the time, that will keep your posture nice and tall. If you forget to pull your shoulders back, what will happen is your shoulders will roll forwards and you'll feel a lot more in the front of your shoulder. Set 2, feet in the same position, shoulders back, forward of the chair, and down and push. Now like I said, this is easy enough to do on a dining room chair at home, or the edge of a sofa if you have a relatively low sofa. Just something nice and firm that you can push up and down off of. 3 seconds left. And rest, well done. Now, as you get stronger day by day on this, the further out your feet are, the harder it is. I'll demonstrate on the next set. So, this is where I started. Now, I push my legs out, my shoulders are still back, my upper body doesn't move. So every time I move my feet in, or I take them out, my upper body should remain in the same position. I'm keeping close to the bench, or close to the chair that I'm sat on. Keep going. And done, well done. Now this is a small muscle, I may have said, it will fatigue a lot quicker than something like the lunges. So get ready for set 4. Here we go, lift off, shoulders back, and down and push. So if this is day 1 for you, start in what position you think is going to be okay to complete all 6 sets. As you get stronger, start to slowly edge your feet out in front of you. As you go on day by day, as you start to feel more confident and stronger with the exercise. And sit back, well done. Okay, get ready for the next set. So into position again, hands on, shoulders back again, and off we go, down and push. Perfect. Now keep going. I can't remember if this is round 5 or round 6 now. Keep yourselves moving, 10 seconds to go. Now you should feel this through the back of the arm, through the front of the shoulders. Nearly there, small muscles fatiguing, and rest. That was 5. 1 to go. I should be able to count by now after all these years. So hands on, chest up, shoulders back. Last one, let's do it. Now if you're really fatiguing, slow down. Slow down. If it's getting easy still, speed the reps up. Fatigue the muscle. Last one on your upper body today. Then we've got 1 exercise or 1 section left. Last rep, 3, 2, 1. And done, well done. Move your chair out the way. 1 exercise to go. Good. That's a toughie. Now we're on to the last section. This is going to be our little heart raiser. Now, this one we're going to split up slightly differently. We're going to do exercise 1 for 20 seconds. Have a 10-second rest, and then exercise 2, back to 1, back to 2, back to 1, back to 2. So exercise 1, running on the spot. A good old one to do at home, easy. Get the heart rate up. Exercise 2, down on the floor, mountain climber. We do it in a lot of the workouts. They're good, easy exercises to get the heart rate. 20 seconds on, 10-second rest, and alternating. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So, running on the spot, chest nice and high, taking your feet off the floor, pumping the arms. As you can see from a side-on position, chest is up. The height of your feet off the floor doesn't need to be high, keeping the impact nice and low. I should have said this at the beginning, but if you're doing this at home, make sure you've got some good trainers on to protect your ankles and toes and knees. And rest, well done. Now, we alternate. Mountain climber. Back on the floor, hands down, press up position. We alternate the legs. Off we go. So the knee comes up and back, up and back. You see my upper body stays nice and stable. The faster I go, the harder the workout becomes. I've demonstrated this in previous weeks where you can up the pace to make it harder, slow the pace to make it easier. You can even double time it to make it much tougher. 2 down, back to running on the spot. Now if your knees and hips are good and your fitness is good, you can take the knees a little bit higher if you want to. Off we go. So 20 seconds, main thing, keep nice fast pace. Keeping that speed going. This is the last heart raiser of the day, this last section. So we want to finish on a high to try and make sure our heart rates are elevated for the end of the session. Keep going, keep pumping the arms. 5 seconds to go. And done, well done. Back down to the floor. Back to mountain climbers. So now you know what you're doing. Change the speed accordingly. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So, nice fast pace if you can. My upper body is staying still. For my top knee, the toe is just touching the floor. Whatever speed I'm doing, I'm trying to keep my hips down. The way to think about it, keep your knee just above the floor as it comes up. If you feel your knees coming up high, you're a little bit high with your bum. Good work. Right, 1 more running on the spot, 1 more mountain climber, and we're done. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, nice fast pace, pushing hard to the end. If you're feeling good, get the pace up nice and high. Again, just think in your head, it's only 20 seconds. Everything's easy for 20 seconds. Keep going. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. And done. Well done. Right. Mountain climber to finish. We should be fatiguing now. Let's go for it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So, alternating those knees. Nice fast pace. End of your 15 minutes coming up. Keep going. Final push. 10 seconds to go. Work to that buzzer. Nearly there. 3 seconds. And done. Well done. I've added up properly. That was 6 rounds. Heart rate is up. Workout for today is done. So, 15 minutes broken down into 5 blocks of 3 minutes. That Tabata style is a really fantastic way of increasing your heart rate, but also really fatiguing 1 exercise at a time. Now, the idea for this workout is you try and do this workout as many times as you can during the week. If you're finding you're really getting into these programs, but you want to mix it up a little bit, tomorrow come back and you can do last week's program, or week 1, or week 2, or week 3. As long as every day you're trying to get in that 15 minutes. Now, the most important thing with regular exercise is you are doing some regular stretching. So I have my stretch video. I will put the link in the description below. I will put the video clip on the screen in a second, and that way then click through at the end of each session and just do your stretches. It's a very simple 5-minute routine to do. If you don't follow the video, try to watch it a couple of times, and that way then you can remember all the exercises, all the stretches, and just try to add that in. If you don't do it after the workout, at least try to do it at the end of your day before you go to bed. It will make a massive difference. It should keep you injury free, which means you should keep consistent with your exercise and obviously gaining all these fitness results. And if you're trying to lose weight, burn fat, or just generally stay active, it will keep you in a good routine. Right, hope you've enjoyed today's workout. Come back tomorrow. Any comments, please put them as usual in the comment section below. Please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Tell all your friends, get everyone involved. Come back next time, and I shall see you next week. Thanks, guys.